Sixth grade parents and students, I did email out this information. I also sent some information through text as well, the video that you'll see here in a moment. But I wanted to make sure to share this through this video version with a little bit more explanation as well. And then if you still have questions, you can, of course, reach out to me. Again, this isn't even the first yet communication, but some of the many communications you'll be getting from me over the next 2 days and in one format or another. First of all, we've received a lot of questions. Why just the sixth grade? The letter does detail why it would be the sixth grade, but what it doesn't detail is what the contact tracing rules are, nor some of the policies that we're following through the district or the state health department. The number of positive cases we've had have been pretty much isolated in the sixth grade, with up to between 7 and 9 cases as of now. And therefore, with contact tracing that occurs, there's the 3 to 6 feet measurements we have to do, and anybody within that certain distance, depending on the class that they're in, could in fact be considered a close contact, and therefore they would be in a quarantine group. Seventh and eighth graders were not a part of these. The only time a seventh or eighth grader would have been impacted by any of these particular cases is if they were seated near that person on a bus. So there's just a small handful of those students that would have been quarantined from there. And just as a bearing for you to understand what the close contact tracing means, we're talking 3 to 6 feet for a cumulative of more 15 minutes or more. That is considered to be a close contact. And again, one of the things you have to know about Lane Middle School in our demographic is that of all the grade levels, sixth grade is the largest group that we have in the building. You can check out the video I made about how to access the at-home resources that kids can complete today and tomorrow. There's a link there. I did share that already through email and through text that you can check that out and kids can and see that. What we found is that some of the teachers are trying to link that to their pages. It was not working on that page. You have to go through the Lane Middle School page, and the video does highlight how to do that so that kids can access that work. Had a question about, do students have to complete all that because their list is day 1 through 5? Students can complete as much as they want at this point. This is just to get them in the mode of the e-learning that will be taking place at various points throughout the school year. Remember, on Monday is when we start the remote learning, and I've got more definitions of that here as we go through here. MyFIs are available for families with application approval. You will have to have filled out, though, the textbook meal assistance application before we can put that MyFi request in, because it's all dependent on that particular process. If you have questions, you're not sure, or you need to get approved, call our office, and one of our secretaries will get you in the right motion for that. A couple other points of importance: if your child has not yet received a laptop in order to participate in their schooling while they're at home on quarantine, please call our office immediately. Stop up here. We will issue that laptop to them. Sorry, the bells are ringing right now. Some other things to differentiate here: while all sixth graders have been sent home, only about 85% have actually received a quarantine letter. If your student received a quarantine letter, we are asking that they quarantine at home away from others for the duration of the time before they return back to school on September 7th. If a student in the sixth grade did not receive a quarantine letter because they were not a close contact, then they can continue with their normal activities or life outside of school. Whether quarantined or not, no sixth grader is able to participate in school activities at the building until Tuesday, September 7th. All activities, tryouts, athletics, instrument fittings, and pictures are in the process of being rescheduled. Just a reminder, all sixth graders will return to in-person learning at Lane on Tuesday, September 7th. There is no school on Monday, September 6th, due to celebrating Labor Day. And again, finally, just some clarifying definitions here. Two different types of digital learning that can occur for students. Number one, e-learning. E-learning days are what we're doing today for sixth grade and tomorrow on Friday. That's when students go to each teacher's Schoology page or to the Lane Middle School Schoology page and complete any work loaded for that day. This is independent learning for those students. There are no Zoom meetings. Teachers may offer office hours or Zoom meeting hours and could be available to take calls during those times as specified on their Schoology pages. For instance, today, Teachers will be available from 2:30 to 3:10 through Zoom or through phone calls. You can also message or email your teachers with any questions on e-learning days. On Mondays, when we begin remote learning days, this is when students will participate in Zoom meetings with teachers beginning at the start of each period until the end of the period or when the teacher releases students out of the Zoom meeting. Students will need to complete the Google form for attendance within the first 10 minutes of each class period. Teachers will review that. They will be intentional about making sure students have time to do that as we get into the habit of that. Students will follow their daily schedule for classes, going to Zoom meetings, and I will upload the daily schedule probably many times between now and Monday. Zoom meeting links will be located on the Teacher Schoology pages on the Google Slides for that day. Again, I'll have a video walking you through all that stuff by the end of the day tomorrow. That'll be sent home. As you have questions, please do give us a call. Please email. Please contact teachers. They can spread the same message that I am as well. I'm sorry this had to happen, but in the state of society where we are with policies and numbers for COVID-related cases, this is where we have to go with our learning at this time.